Okay, coming next, we're gonna do the sitting on the back. Okay, for sitting on the back, the first problem we have to fix is this piece right here. So as you can see, the VS chassis has very weak mount point on the back. So first we have to reinforce that little mount on the bottom. I recommend using this item number 15412, and the only pieces we need it is the number 5 item right here. Okay, that two little cap. Okay, next we are going to using that two little cap and the place right here. Okay, so right now this point is being a double stronger than before. Okay, moving to the next, we gonna do a little bit cutting on the carbon fiber. Here's all the carbon fiber I have. Okay, so of course I have some open package, was long time ago I was using. First thing we're gonna cut, it is the part of a body damper system. It is the arm of a body damper system. So we're gonna cut a pieces of 1.5 millimeter popsicle right here, and two mix can be fit right here, and another pieces fit right here. Okay, so we're gonna do a little bit design on it. So I'm gonna try this new design, which is I want to do that a long time ago. So this is my cutting point. I'm gonna cut from here, this angle, to here, all the way to here. Okay, here gonna same thing, but I'm gonna cut right here. This other line is my cutting point. Okay, so let me go ahead and turn on the machine to cut the arm first. Before I cut the carbon fiber right here, I'm gonna using a 10 millimeter screw right here to put two carbon fiber together. In this case, I can cut both in the same time, and in this way, both carbon fiber gonna came exactly same shape. Okay. Okay, just finished cutting here, and after all this part being cut off, I'm gonna starting to cut a little bit V shape right here and another V shape like this. So I'm just gonna go ahead using my tape, mask tape, to tape the part I want to cut. Okay. Okay, here's the first V shape I'm gonna cut. You can see I put a small mask tape right here, so I'm gonna follow this line to cut it and also this angle to cut it. So let me just go ahead. Okay, you can see the first V shape is here. Okay, so we're gonna move next to cut it right here and cut it right here. And this time, I'm gonna using Dremel because here's too small, cannot put on the machine. So I'm gonna using Dremel to follow the line, cut it. Okay, it's like this. Let me give you a better angle. Okay. Okay, move to the next. Gonna go ahead and cut the one right here, last piece. Okay, gonna. So okay, here we go. We have the damper system, the arm right here. Okay. Okay, coming next, after we finish this one, we're gonna make another supporter for putting on the back of right here. Okay, so we need another piece of carbon fiber popsicle, and we're gonna remove left and right wing, like all this piece right here, and also this piece right here. Another thing I have to remind you, after you remove both sides, make sure you keep those two pieces because we're gonna need that for later sitting. Okay, so first I'm gonna remove both ends first. Okay. Okay, right now we have most likely everything for the body damper system. So we're missing the front support, which right on this location. So the front support I'm gonna using and this piece right here, this item number 95043. And the reason I want to use this one because take a look at the original piece of this one right here. So this one has little two hole right here, so which is perfectly matched to the body damper arm right here. So we're gonna cut this and remove this and remove this, and middle part I'm gonna remove some carbon fiber to losing weight. So actually I cut one of pieces long time ago like this right here. So basically this is the piece which is coming from right here, as you can see. Okay, Okay. So this piece, I believe I made it like a half years ago, after I purchased this micro milling machine, just for quick testing how good it is. So anyway, looks like I have everything right here. This is the body damper system, which is I just made. And then move to the next, we're gonna do the setting on the this piece right here, which is item number 94848. And first thing, we're gonna remove the left and right wing. Okay, and that's it. And next we're gonna using another item number, which is right here, the item number 95042, which is I already have one open package, which is right here. This is gonna be my brake. Okay, so I'm gonna using this piece to mount right here. Okay, of course I'm gonna remove some pieces of the on the side, and then on the side, which is about right here and here. And after that, and this is gonna be my system, which is right here. Okay, next I'm gonna go ahead and cut it. Okay, next gonna using this 2mm carbon fiber popsicle. Gonna cut about like this much long, up to, let me give you a better angle. You can see you're gonna cut about right here. Okay, I'm gonna drill another hole right here, about right here. Okay, so I can make this one fit right here. So I'm gonna mount this piece about right here to reinforce this location, to make this part a little bit stronger, because again, this piece right here is really weak. I'm pretty sure a little bit hit gonna be break either one. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and put another carbon fiber to giving more support on this part right here. Okay, move to the next. I'm gonna cut this one, item number 94696. This is a very limited edition 3mm carbon fiber, and it's really strong and really reliable. You know, I like it very much, but it's very costly because it's very rare. And I have another older pieces right here, so I'm just gonna go ahead and cutting my old pieces. And as you can see, and this is very huge pieces, so the problem it is like the whole piece of this is too heavy, so I'm going to cut off, makes more lighter, and it makes more adaptable. Okay, so here's my cutting mark right here. So I'm gonna cutting from this point to this point, make a line is really straight, and from this point and to this point I'm gonna make another straight line like this. So it's gonna come off an arc shape like this, and finally gonna remove two of the little support right here. So only gonna keep the middle part, which is right here. Okay. After you remove this piece off, I'm gonna go ahead remove this little support right here. So I already draw a line from here to here. So this is the line I'm gonna cut off. Okay. Okay, here's all the pieces gonna be looks like. So next gonna move to the part of assembly. Okay, for assembly, first I'm gonna do the back, this piece first. And we're gonna using some screw. And first we're gonna using this 15mm screw and put this one right here. And this piece right here, okay, like this. And the next we're gonna put a 3mm aluminum spacer. Okay, like this. And next we're gonna put a washer, like this. Okay, and we're gonna put this piece on first. Okay, it's gonna be looks like this. Okay, and then move to the next. We're gonna do this part right here. We're gonna using 25mm reinforced hex screw, which is this one right here, 25mm. And we're gonna still gonna put a little washer on the bottom. Okay, like this. And next move to here, and this piece put on top of that. Okay, and let me take a look at how many space I need for this one right here. Then we're gonna put a 6mm aluminum spacer, which was right here. Okay, then we're gonna put a M2 lock on top of that. Okay, gonna do the same thing to the other side. Okay, it's gonna be looks like this. Okay, so next gonna do the assembly of the body damper system, which is right here. I'm just gonna a lot of parts right on this car right now. I just gonna temporarily set up, and after I almost finish everything, there's a lot of adjustment on this car, but I'm gonna do that later after about 90% finish of the car. Okay. Okay, move to the next. I'm gonna using this item number 95042, and I'm gonna using this one as my brake system, which is gonna be on the back right here. I'm gonna cut this line right here and this line here because as you can see, if I put it right here, it's gonna be too wide because you don't wanna this side of the plate right here to get a caught on the truck, because sooner you're gonna put a brake right here. So if the brake is around about right here, then when it's get a caught on the truck, and it's really slow for recovery. So you better keep the rear brake a little bit like shorter, okay? And to giving a faster recovery when your car the under part get a caught, we're gonna do a underguard, which is gonna be right here. Okay, so it's being cut. Next, right here, have a little bit sharp tip right here. We're gonna starting to use files to trim off a little bit. Okay. Next, just gonna using two little screw, and it's gonna be right here, and lock nut right here to lock my rear brake for now. Okay, here's about the 60% of the finished part right here. Okay, so you can see this truck right here is really strong because I reinforced this piece right here. So you can see I have multi support right here. So because most people, they don't really know how to reinforce this piece right here, because here's the body damper system, and here's the roller gonna stay. So this whole section right here, I mean this particular part right here, gonna take a lot of load. If we don't reinforce the supporting pieces right here, this piece gonna be really fragile. Okay, so that's why it is very important to do the setting like this to reinforce the whole supporting joint. Okay, I just gonna go ahead and move to the next step. Okay, right now we're gonna do a little adjustment on the front bumper, which is right here. Okay, first I'm gonna look in how low is this point and this point right now, because even the original one without cutting it, it still have a little bit offset on both ends. Okay, so I'm gonna using this little Tamiya gauge, and right here gonna see how low it is. Okay. And by my vision right now, this end it's about 0.5 millimeter lower than this end right here, which means I'm gonna do a couple adjustment to make this end right here a little bit lower so it can match this end right here. Now also we're gonna try to lower this little bumper right here a little bit lower, and also gonna make the angle a little bit like tail down to like this side. Okay, because right now it's kind of up tail, so we need to want it's down a little bit. Okay, so in this case we're gonna need some paper. Gonna using this Tamiya package paper. We're gonna cut about 4 to 6 pieces, and I'm gonna using those paper to insert here and here to make the angle. Also gonna using different layer of number of paper to make both ends the same level. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, just gonna using this little popsicle to be my ruler, so I can just go ahead and follow the line and cut it. Okay, Okay, so after cutting it, I'm gonna have this much paper. In the next, I'm going to use a popsicle again, cut it from the other direction, and I can make piece by piece. Okay, one. Just make sure the paper is almost same size and the same dimension, because if a different dimension, it might make it's really hard for you to adjust the height or either the angle. Okay, and then move to the next. I'm going to loose up the front a little bit, which is right here. Okay, so since this end is higher, so I'm gonna first do I'm gonna try to put one paper on each side. Just make sure they are in the both of paper in the same positions, exactly have to be same position as the other side. Okay, okay, make sure the paper have to be about right here. Okay, have to be in front of the school. Okay, there's no way you can just put it all the way on the way to the back of the school. You have to be in front of school. Okay, so since this point is like higher, so I'm gonna put two paper, just make it's balanced. Okay, so right now it should be balanced, and move to the next. I'm gonna go ahead adding paper one more here and another more on this end right here. Okay, so here's 3 paper and here's 2 paper. So next I'm just gonna go and fix a little bit, because the paper, it's not lined up yet. I need to line up all the paper, make it in the same position. Okay. Okay, I already locked the front right here. So I'm gonna using the gauge again. Okay, it's about 6mm right here. Let me see. Same thing here. So same thing here. Okay. So both ends right now it is level. And remember, here I put a 3 paper and here I put a 2. So that's how you adjust your car. It really depends. Trust me, even without cutting the front bumper off, very slight, gonna be very offset on both ends. There's no way it's gonna be exactly same. That's why you have to adjust it. So move to the next. I'm going to remove the extra paper right here. Also, I'm gonna keep a little bit paper on the front to create an angle like this. Okay, to make the front piece right here a little bit like probably 3 degrees. Okay, because right now I put on it this thing, it's not gonna have any degree, it's only gonna be 0 degree. So I wanted this piece right here on the front and create a small angle like about 3 degrees right here. So that's why I'm gonna cut some of the paper to lift the back of the plate right here. So in this case, this piece can be moved like this position, so can create a little bit angle. For better looking, I'm just gonna using the red one because kind of match the color of the front. So I'm just gonna go ahead open the package, the red one. Okay. Okay, first gonna take a look at it. This point right here and this point right here, this is my screw gonna go. So this 2 is my mounting point. So only I gonna cutting the paper behind the line. So which means I'm going to let me remove first one first. Okay. And okay, So that's what I'm talking about. The screw hole right here, okay, the paper have to be on the back of this hole right here. You cannot be too much on the front or either over much right here, because it don't works. Because I want the back of the plate a little bit up, so in this case the front this part can be a little bit down, so we can create an angle like this. Okay, so same thing to the other side. I'm gonna go do the same thing. Since the other side have 3 pieces of paper, first thing I'm gonna do is remove the top number 3 paper, the sort of paper right here. Completely remove it, and right now I only have 2 layers of paper right here, so I'm gonna gently cut that, and then I'm gonna leave 2 over there like this. Okay. Okay, next I'm gonna put this plate back to the bumper right here. So moving to the next, just going to using the screw and lock nut right here. Okay, we're gonna lock it. Make sure lock really tight, because you already have a paper on the back, so only lock tight. The front is gonna have a little bit angle, otherwise it won't. Okay, so let me go ahead, do the same thing to the other side, and going to, so let me double check, make sure the angle. Right now I have a little bit angle, as you can see. My target, it is I wanna the front bumper have the angle about 2 or 3 degrees. So let me take a look at it. Yeah, it's about 2 degrees right here. Okay, so let me move to the better angle. You can see the angle of the front. Okay, so you can see there's number right here. So when your plate go to number, you just have to match up the angle right here. Make sure it's level. So it's about 2 degrees right here. Okay, I think a little bit more than 2 degrees. I think it's about between the 2. I think 2.5, almost 3 degrees there. But anyway, so right now I have enough angle on the front, because you need a little bit angle. In this case, can keep your car a little bit, when it's on the truck, it's gonna keep your car a little bit stable on the corner, on the street section, because without angle, your car have a chance to fly off, especially lane change. Lane change, you need a more than 3 degrees can pass the lane change, but it really depends on setting. Anyway, so front need at least 1 degree or either 2 degrees. Be safe. That's why using between the 2 degree to 3 degree. High speed, if truck condition is really good, try to using 1 degree, because less degree faster, but unstable. Okay. The next, I'm gonna do a little bit adjustment on the front brake setting right here. So I'm gonna open the package of the 1.5 millimeter popsicle. So I'm gonna double 2 of the popsicle to make the front bumper. Okay, because in the bumper right now on the front to for the jump. Okay, so here's 2. Okay, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna set this plate right here. Okay, also I'm gonna trim off a little bit, because right now it's too much. Okay, so with this, double the brake right here, 3 millimeter, and my front bumper is about 2.5. So also gonna put another one right here. This brake I'm part of right here, but I'm gonna show the modification. It's gonna be hybrid brake system on the front bumper. Okay, so first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna using a files to rough the surface right here. So in this case, it's both popsicle can glue better. Okay, I'm going to use this sandpaper right here to gently scratch the surface a little bit right here. And I'm gonna do the same thing to the other popsicle. Okay. Move next. I'm just gonna glue both popsicle together. And the better way to glue it, if you have vise, get a vise. Okay, because vise can cramp on them. Can cramp on the both popsicle like this, make it like really tight. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm going to apply some crazy glue on this piece first. Just make sure do not using quick dry, using the slow dry crazy glue, because you need some time to adjust the popsicle. Just make sure it can be stay in the right position. Okay, it's gonna be like this. I'm gonna using this one. Okay, this is the double break right here. So coming to the next, I'm gonna trim off a little bit on the edges right here, because right now edges is like a really sharp angle. So when the truck have a little bit gap, this part of right here is very easy to get a hit on it, and it's gonna be trap your car. So it's better to make it right here a little bit smoother and round the surface. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, there's a couple ways to do it. If you don't have the machine, just get a sandpaper 45-degree like this, just sand it like this and make this piece right here a little bit offset. Okay, I'm gonna show you after I finish, and then you know what I'm talking about on this type of setting. Okay. Okay, after trim, so you can see, let me give a better angle. If you can, let me focus a little bit. So after trim, we can see right here have like a little bit offset angle. So because I trim deeper and trim from starting from here deeper, so this have a little bit like angle goes like this. Okay, next, just gonna using number 1000 sandpaper, which is right here. Okay, and I'm gonna using the number 1000 sandpaper to sand a little bit right here to make it more smooth. There's a better way to do it. It is just using sandpaper, same position like this. Okay, and look at my hand. It's gonna be sanded like this. See that? You're gonna do a movement like this. Okay, because in this way the front can become very even. Okay, here's the piece. So you can see, let me give a better angle. You can see here and make a little bit wrong angle in the curve right here. Okay, let me give the other angle like this. See that? So this is gonna preventing your front pieces hitting the gap. So it's basically when it's hitting the gap, it's gonna be sliced. Okay, because the wrong, the smooth design right here. so it can be avoid the hitting the gap. Okay, so makes when you're hitting the slope or any kind of jump or any kind of like a bank, makes more smooth. Okay, so this is how you do it. Okay, so it takes a while. It takes me about 20 minutes to using number 1000 sandpaper to sand like this. So right now it's really smooth, and you can using number like 200 or 300 sandpaper to make it faster. But when finishing part, you better starting using a number 1000, because with 1000 sandpaper, the surface gonna be more smooth. You know, it looks like more detail. Okay. Move to the next. I'm gonna starting to remove a little bit right here, the white spot. Okay. So this is gonna be after removing. I'm gonna replace all the white spot with this type of sponge break. So let me just go ahead remove it, and then I show you how it looks like. Okay, after cutting off the layer, so it's become like this. Okay, so this is the right here, the deep right here. That's gonna be putting some break right here, and also I'm doing the modification, and I gonna make it a little bit deeper right here, so I can hide the screw inside of that. Okay, so let me go ahead. I'm gonna using the 4mm, the grinder bit right here. So I'm gonna go ahead, turn it on. Next, gonna be putting two screws like this. So remember, I make a little bit deep hole right here, so the screw can hide into it without scratch the truck. So let me go ahead, put this one right here, and it's gonna be looks like this. Okay. Next, we're gonna turn the car around, and we're gonna set a brake right here. So I'm gonna cut small pieces like brake like that, and starting to fill up the little gap right here. So all the brake gonna be like this, and here is another piece. Okay, this piece just finished sitting here, so you can see have a little bit angle right here, so it's preventing it's hitting. And here this piece actually is not gonna using as brake, it's just giving you smooth cushion when it's going to the slope or either some type of jump. Okay, also I'm gonna turn around and using this little gauge check again. So the front here, it's between 1.5 to 1.7 should be okay, and right now it's about 1.5. You can see okay, just make sure it's both sides are gonna be level, so you don't want to one side that was up, the other side that was down. Okay, so double check again, try to press brake a little bit, see if it's hit right. Okay, like this. Okay, just gonna go ahead and move to the next step. Next step, we're gonna set up a roller right here, just for right now. So let me go ahead and get a package of roller.